think Brian Mbeumo has been incredible. He's better than I thought he was. Obviously, he was great for Brentford, but he's better than I thought he was. Cunha's been great, despite I think he's only got one goal for us, but I think his all-round performance, he was fantastic at Anfield as well in terms of taking the pressure off, wasting a bit of time. I thought Gary Neville had a shocker on Sesco. He kind of digged him out a little bit, and I think there's plenty more to come from Sesco, but one of the things he mentioned was his link-up play and his ability to link up with Cunha and Mbeumo, but I think that's been the best thing about him when he's played.
Adam, right, we've got Wayne here, so let's get into it, right? Big Man United chat. We have to on this podcast. It's part of the contract. Gary Neville made me sign. 5 unbeaten in the league with 3 wins. Yeah. Amaran, Manager of the Month, and Mbeumo, Player of the Month. Where are we at right now?
It's been nice to feel a little bit settled and not panicking about whether the manager's going to get sacked in a week or 2 or not. Obviously, the football has improved. I think we're still conceding far too many goals. But I've been pleased mostly with our resilience over the last 5 games. There's been periods in the Liverpool game, for example, when you equalised, I thought, uh-oh, they're going to go and get the win. And then we managed to dig in and go and get the victory ourselves. I thought Brighton as well. I think last season against Brighton, if we go 3-2 from being 3-0 up, we probably crumble a little bit. But again, we went on and got the goal to make it 4-2. And similarly against Spurs, down to 10 men, they go 2-1 ahead and we managed to get a draw. But I was a bit disappointed with the Spurs game because it felt like in the second half, I thought if we showed a little bit more going forward, there were goals there to be got for us. And we kind of sat back a little bit and tried to hold on to a 1-0 win that obviously didn't come. And then if Spurs get an equaliser, their crowd get up for it, which happened. And obviously we didn't expect Sesco to go off. Then it's obviously a difficult game to be in. So I thought maybe we've dropped 4 points in those 2 games from winning positions that we probably shouldn't have against Forest as well. But generally, it's just good to feel a little bit settled, going into every game feeling like there's a team that can dig in, fight, and are playing a little bit better to the manager's system. I also think he's changed it a bit. We've probably gone a little bit more direct than usual. I think Brian Mbeumo has been incredible. He's better than I thought he was. Obviously, he was great for Brentford, but he's better than I thought he was. Cunha's been great, despite I think he's only got one goal for us, but I think his all-round performance, he was fantastic at Anfield as well in terms of taking the pressure off, wasting a bit of time. I thought Gary Neville had a shocker on Sesco. He kind of digged him out a little bit, and I think there's plenty more to come from Sesco, but one of the things he mentioned was his link-up play and his ability to link up with Cunha and Mbeumo, but I think that's been the best thing about him when he's played. One of the things that Rasmus Højlund didn't offer us was a back-to-goal player, someone that could bring the ball in and join up with the other players, and I think he has done that. But we've still got those issues in the midfield. Casemiro can't play more than 60 minutes a game. I still hate the fact that Kobbie Mainoo isn't in this team. I feel like he's the kind of player we have to have in the side. But generally, it's good to feel good about Manchester United again, although we've got Crystal Palace next, which is difficult.
Do you feel... Is the feeling good just because the feeling's not bad? What I'm trying to say is, what you're seeing in the last few weeks, and we've all been there as supporters, where your club's on a bad run. It was like this a few weeks ago for Liverpool. Yeah. You're just happy when you win a game. Forget how you won it. It's just like, you feel good. Is it because you're getting results, or do you actually see something with the manager, the way the team are playing, that you think, actually, the bigger picture, this could work, this could move forward, or is it just,
I think a little bit of both. Obviously, we were starved of consistent results. We didn't win back-to-back games for a long time, and then you beat Sunderland, you get a few wins, you go to Anfield and win, which we hadn't done. I think it was like since you scored there, 2016, 17. I think it would have been 10 years if we had won there. So just getting those kind of wins feels nice. But I also think there has seemed to be a penny drop with this team. There's still areas we can improve, like the midfield. But it does feel like the team is getting the manager's system a little bit more.
But I think it's, when you look what's happened at Man United over the last 10 years, for some of them players, when we talk about Liverpool players and Van Dijk in particular coming out, and the players have been battered, absolutely battered for the last few years. So now they've got a couple of results, and you can see confidence coming back in them. The manager as well, he's needed them results for himself to, get over. We haven't won 2 games back to back, whatever. So I think you can see a bit more confidence. What I think is on Saturday, there was a time where they were in second place, and I still think the players need to be ready for that and be used to that, because, as you said, I think they thought, right, if we win this game, we're in second place, and then they go a bit cautious and think, we need to not concede, where actually you can go and get another goal and win the game. But I think they're gradually getting better, gradually improving.
I think the manager's next game or the date, November the 24th, is the Wayne Rooney derby. The Wayne Rooney derby is Man United v Everton, isn't it? Man United's next game. A year in, so where are you at right now? The question I asked to Adam, are you just happy United are winning, or do you actually see something going forward? You actually think, okay, it's been a really tough first year, but things are starting to improve.
Yeah, no,
it's just getting good results.
It's been really tough for anyone connected with the club. What's been going on, and I was critical of Amaran a few weeks back, and because emotionally you want them to do well, and you know, can boil over a little bit, but I think we are seeing them improve. I think players are getting to know each other a bit better as well. The new players coming into the team. I still would like to see Bruno a bit further up the pitch. I think, you know, what he can give you further up the pitch is far greater than what he can a bit deeper. So I'd like to see that, and you know, I think January will be interesting to see if they can get players to come and help them. You know, have that little push to try and get into Europe or the top 4. Top 5, well, I don't even know what it is now. Champions League top 6, is it? Top 5. So, but yeah, no, I think gradually we're starting to see better signs, which you have to be realistic and say, are they going to win the league? No, they're not. Can you possibly sneak into the top 4 or 5 and keep yourself in the round come the end of the season? But no, I think we're gradually seeing improvements.
I think the signings I think the signings under Ineos have been. I've been critical of a lot of their decisions that they've made, especially like ticket pricing and things like that. But the signing, like you look at De Ligt, he looks like a leader for us. I think he's been excellent at the back. Lenny Yoro's fantastic. And you're seeing their kind of transfer policy pay off a little bit as well. I think bringing the lads they did bring in the summer, whilst we would have liked a little bit more, the signings have worked. And we're not wasting as much money in terms of transfer fees anymore.
Well, the recruitment before that was horrendous, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was shambolic.
Like the players, they were just bringing names in, and when you look at Lukaku, Zlatan, good players, but they were just bringing Pogba, coming back, whatever. They're just bringing names in and spending enormous amounts of money, which, you know, it's going to take a bit of time to actually get over their mistakes.
You said Gary Neville had a shocker. They were on his that was his comments.
I feel like he tries to be.
Don't backtrack now.
No, I'm not. I'm about to say more.
Receipts.
I feel like he tries to be so unbiased that he goes too far the other way, and he just ends up saying
you know what?
Crazy things.
Every point, I get that off Liverpool fans. Don't worry, it's part of the deal. But it was about Sesco, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What's your you know, you're one of the greatest strikers to ever play in the Premier League. He's a young player coming in at Manchester United. What are your thoughts on Sesco?
I think he's going through a bit of a tough time in terms of goal score, but I think what he brings, and I agree with what Adam said in terms of, I think the keeper's come in and done well, and he's been more direct into Sesco. But what we're seeing now is he can compete. He does hold the ball up better than Højlund does, and we're seeing as the ball's going up to him, and Mbeumo making runs in behind, Cunha making runs in behind, Mason Mount at times when he's playing making runs in behind, and so because they know he'll compete and he'll win flick-ons and he'll do that. So I think he's been better than what people maybe suggesting, but I still think he needs to just get the ball, lay it off, get in the box and hope the chances are created for him. But I think he's been okay. I think he'll come good.